group as Lindy's and Obidobi47, so I'm very excited to watch this one. And it looks like we are ready to rock here. Oh, it's an L. Okay. I don't even know how. Wow, that makes things a little more difficult. Ikod. I guess that's how it'll work. I apologize already. All right, so we were going into the prologue. Quick recap. Madeline can jump, grab ledges, and thanks to our little crow buddy here, also dash. And we're going to utilize these techs to climb the mountain that is Celeste. So, let's see how this pans out here. Again, as a reminder, the racers on the top are going against each other, and the racers on the bottom are going against each other. This is not a showcase race. This is not a four-way battle. This is two heads-up races. As Ikod is getting into City, and everybody else right behind them. And City does a great job in showcasing all of the tricks that the runners will utilize through the entire run. We're already seeing wall bounces, a few shortcuts here and there. I might see an ultra or two, and definitely lots and lots of hypers. So we're going to focus in on Lucinda's and see if they're going to go for the reverse hyper. Nope, opting not to. How about Obidobi? But goes for it and gets it. Woo, nice job. All right, so we're just moving and grooving here. Again, chapters 1 and 2 are very short and somewhat optimized, so the runs are going to be very close. Oh, Obidobi47 taking a death there, running into the spikes, but nice recovery. And again, with these situations, it's not that bad of taking a death this early. The screens are very short, so it's very easy to just get back into the foray and just keep that climb going. As we progress later in the game, some of the screens are going to be a lot longer, and a death towards the end of those is very detrimental and can force some lead changes. But we got Ikod, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's like racking my brain right now. Ikod finishing up the city and heading into Old Site. Lucinda's not too far behind. Got Obidobi and vorpalll on the same screen here. Obidobi opting the optimal route versus the intended route, and he is out, and so is vorpalll. Nicely done from all runners. As we move into Old Site here, we got these dormant blocks, the dream blocks. They don't really do anything right now, but in a few moments here, Madeline's going to get stuck in one due to a lovely glitch that I'll explain in a minute. But now they're active, and we can dash through them and beeline in one direction. As long as we don't run into a wall, we'll pop out, and everything will work fine. Lucinda's retrying. I think he was trying to get the skip there, but he did not. He moves on. So the skip in question is, we're going to push ourselves and skip a cutscene so that Madeline is positioned right inside that block. And by doing so, we save a little bit of time. And actually for Obidobi47, that little bit of time is actually helping him out, because he might be in the lead. Let me get a check on times here on this screen. So Lucinda's gets into the battling portion at about 2:57, and yes, Obidobi is actually ahead right now. So keep your eyes on those top two runners there. There is a 3-minute difference between the two of them in regards to PBs, but in a race setting, 3 minutes is nothing, especially for a game like this. It's very easy for someone to get a faster time than what they have, and also, you know, someone just adding a minute or two off their PB. So definitely keep tabs on that. As we hop down to Ikod's screen, he's getting out of the battle and chase fight as vorpalll is starting up his with these lock switches. Oh, running into those spikes there, though. So a brief rundown on the battle and chase. Basically, she's going to mimic every move that Madeline does on a 3-second delay. So runners are going to try to make it so that they don't run into them. So there's optimal routing that they need to take care of. And of course, as I was going to say, touching Madeline results in a death. Unfortunately, Obidobi47 running into that last one on the home stretch there. So definitely seeing another lead change here. he gets out of there scot-free as Ikod finishes up his chapter 2, and Lucindas is going into the Awake section here. So for Awake, there's not really anything here. Just a lot of uneven terrain that the player is going to navigate as best as they can with all the tech that they have. While there's not a lot here, it is somewhat of a technical area, especially if you want to get through it very cleanly. The task is a fine example of that, but a lot of runners are slowly optimizing this section. And I think with the corner boosts, that's not to say that runners are going to get on par with the task, but I think we're going to see it move faster and faster as more people implement the corner boost into their game. I'm not sure if we'll see any corner boosts. If we do, I'll try to explain that a little bit. But let's head back into the match here. So we got Ikod and Lucindas in the hotel, my favorite stage. Most notably the music. Oh my gosh, man. The soundtrack, y'all, I'm telling you. If you haven't played the game, listen to the soundtrack because it's so good. Shout out to Lena Rain for making a masterpiece. Yeah, I said it. Don't at me. It's a masterpiece. I love it so much. I've been listening to it nonstop. But we got these dust bunnies, and we got some keys, and we also got cycles. So let me run this down real quick. In Resort, we have every enemy set to a particular cycle. So you have one when you enter, and then you have one when there's a death. For the most part, runners are very familiar with how it is when entering rooms, so there's a lot of optimization there. However, with a death, the cycle is just slightly offset. I'm not going to go into frames or any of that detail because, to be honest, I don't really know. But it's enough to almost have to change your strats. So runners are going to have to be very careful with that. Some opted actually re-enter the room and retry it. Unfortunately, there are certain places that is not allowed, such as we get into the last section, which is the presidential suite. But Lucindas and Obidobi, again, they're not, there's a couple screens apart, and this is the chapter where leads change hand in hand. So we'll see. If Lucindas can keep it clean, then he'll be able to maintain his lead. But if he runs into a few deaths and Obidobi's able to come back and have a very clean one, we could see some lead changes here. But in the meantime, Ikod blazing through the huge mess portion of the game. You're going to see Lucindas start his as well as Obidobi entering. Basically, this room is all cluttered out. It is a nightmare. And Madeline's job is to clean this area up. And by doing that, by pressing on these squishy blocks that hold a sacred item. I'm over-exaggerating, but it's fine. So you have the crate section, the book section, and the towels. And once we get all those cleaned up, there's going to be a key that's in the center that we'll be able to grab. So Ikod getting through his second portion. Lucindas on his first, and Obidobi right behind him as well. vorpalll is also heading into the maze portion of it. As you can see on vorpall's screen, it's very narrow. There's a lot of like nooks and crannies that you have to get through. Alright, so Lucindas actually taking a death there. Again, that's giving opportunity for Obidobi to catch up here. But, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. Actually, on Obidobi's screen, we see our lovely spike jump. That tech is, basically allows it so that we can kind of boost off of a spike without taking a death there. It's used in 3 particular places. Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and Chapter 7. And now Ikod is out of his huge mess portion and heading into the elevator shaft. We got Lucindas on his third one, the towel section, which is probably the toughest one out of all of them. A lot of tricky stuff, especially running optimal. And then Obidobi moving through on his second one. Same with the vorpalll. And Obidobi's finishing that one up. So is Lucindas. Again, for Lucindas and Obidobi, it's not that far out. They're very close. We'll see how the key section works. So Ikod coming through, making his way through elevator shaft, heading into that presidential suite. He's trying to check out how the room looks. And there we go. We got some syncing doing. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for doing that. Because again, the races are based on the in-game timer, which is what you see on the side in the middle of the screen here. And since the in-game timer only runs when the game is actually running, hence the name, some players may opt to take a breather in between chapters. You know, shake some nerves, kind of get themselves in a mindset ready to tackle the next stage. So there might be some desyncs that happen in regards to that. But, you know, in the end, once we see that flag on Summit, their in-game timer is going to determine who's the winner here. All right, so Lucinda's going for the key, bopping into that Dust Bunny off the bat. Oh no! Running into the wall of Dust Bunnies. Oh no! See, this is where Obidobi can start his comeback. But Lucinda's gets it, and now Obidobi is in that room. If he gets his first try, taking a bop. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Okay. Caught up and saved a lot of time there, man. Yo, let's go. We're going to go down to Ikod's screen here. He is in the Oshiro portion. This is, again, another section where a death can change everything, because this is the rooms where if you die, you don't get to reset the cycle. You have to actually deal with the death one. And wow, he is zooming through this last portion. Oh my gosh, let's go. Slowing the pace down a little bit. And he is out. Nicely done. Ikod is sitting in at looks like a 954. Very impressive. Lucinda's and Obidobi47 are both on their Oshiro encounters, and vorpalll making his way to the key here. Lucinda's being a little safe. I heard a couple springs there. Let's see how... Oh! Obidobi missing his bunny hop there, but able to recover a little bit. Now Lucinda's in the final room. This is where things get shaky. One more dust bunny between him and the exit, and he is out. Nicely done. Coming in at 1035. Obidobi opting to take the death cycle, which I have seen many runners do. I have done this as well, because it's just easier to get used to. And it's like, selecting retry right at the beginning, you're really losing like a half second at tops, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not a robot, so. He's making way through. One more bounce and he's out. He comes in at a 1059. Woo! And now we got vorpalll going through Oshiro 2 as Ikod, or excuse me, Ikod, I'm sorry, making his way through Golden Ridge, and Lucinda's and Obidobi about to join shortly after. So what can I say about Golden Ridge? It's a ridge. Kind of golden. More pink and purple and blue than golden. But, you know, maybe that's the sunrise that's doing that. Who knows? But we got some wind, and this is going to basically force Madeline to suspend her movement, so to speak. But thankfully her dash, the almighty powerful dash, will negate the wind effect. Oh, Lucinda's nice save. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Trying to save and having to take a death. That is huge. Struggling again, and now I'm going to have to check the times here. Oh no, Obidobi faltered in the room before him. Wow. That's the thing about Golden Ridge too, which I was going to get into. Golden Ridge has a lot of areas and a lot of screens where you can pretty much save and chip away at time all the time. There's so many little skips and moves that you can do. But at the same time, as we saw on Lucinda's screen when he was going for it, messing up on any of these skips or those mishaps does add up, and it can be very detrimental. So we see Obidobi here opting to not do the spike jump. Smart move. As Lucinda's is now moving through his section here. Both runners doing very well. We got Ikod one screen away from the last portion where the wind is gnarly, dare I say. And vorpalll also getting his Golden Ridge up and running too. Alright, Lindis is having a little bit of trouble here in this particular room. Runners only have a block to work with to navigate past that part. Now they do have the option of using the wooden platform and do a reverse hyper, but with the wind in factor, it's very difficult. But we see Obidobi nailing it like it's nothing. 2 for 2. Yo, let's go. Okay, I see you. I see you practicing. Look at this, doing alternate strats too. Oh, I'm loving this. This is so exciting, folks. I'm going to get a time check on both of these guys real quick. So Lucinda's is going to enter the second to last screen at 13:23. Obidobi still a little bit behind, but definitely made up some time there. Opting to take the safe route. I respect the play. And Ikod is out of Golden Bridge, heading into Mirror Temple. vorpalll also opting to use the block to navigate his way, avoiding those wall bounces there. That's perfectly fine. You know, do what is most comfortable for you, especially in a race setting. I've seen a few runners try to opt to do some new tech that they're not familiar with, and it has been costly, to say the least. Whether it's costly in a PB or worse, actually losing the race, it's up to them. Oh no, Obidobi missing the lock switch there. Alright, so we are going to move into Ikod's screen real quick while both runners are navigating the win section here. So he is in Mirror Temple. We have these red bubbles. Well, the way that they work is you can dash into them, hold a direction, and Madeline will zoom to the cosmos in whatever direction you have until you dash out of them or you run into an obstacle. I actually learned something yesterday in regards to both of those bubbles, which I will gladly share with everybody here. So when you hop into one of those bubbles, if you actually press the dash button before the animation of you zooming out starts, you actually cancel that. And while it doesn't seem like a huge time save, think about how many bubbles you run through in the entire chapter 4 and chapter 5. So if you, let's say it does like, you know, 1/10 of a second, just put that out there. It's possible to save a few seconds by applying this technique everywhere. And also for the room that Ikod is in, at least for me, it makes that sequence a lot easier. While Obidobi blasting through this last portion here, he's going to clock in at 15:11, with Lucinda's also clocking in at 15:01. Yo, we got a 10-second difference here moving into Temple. I'm telling y'all, keep tabs on that screen. Now Ikod is moving into the Seeker tutorial. Oh, blasting his head into the wall there. These Seekers do not care. They're just all squishy. They're just like, I'll run into anything, it's fine. But it shows the player basically how this new enemy is going to work, which I think is beautifully incorporated. Matt and company thought that was a genius tutorial. Shoutouts to the devs. All right, so listen to this. Grabbing his first key. Obidobi again not too far behind. In fact, if we get to that long screen, if Lucinda's takes a death and Obidobi clears that, we could see a potential lead change. But in the meantime, let's focus in on vorpalll real quick. He's getting through the last portion of chapter 4, narrowly dodging that snowball. I didn't have the time to talk about him, but I will now. These snowballs act like Oshiro in a sense that they will fly straight across. They kind of locate where Madeline is at. The downside, there's no cue to know when they're coming. They are kind of set to a quote-unquote timer, so runners could try to pay attention and anticipate them. However, the closer you are to the end of the screen, the harder it is to react. But vorpalll handles it very nicely as he moves into the final screen here of Golden Bridge. So we're going to jump back into Lucinda and Obidobi again. So Obidobi getting set to do his secret tutorial, or I'm sorry, Lucinda, my bad. Obidobi not too far behind. I'm gonna hold my breath. All right, cool. He made it out. He's gonna make it through and enter his as well. I'll get another time check on these guys. Lucinda is clearing the tutorial at 16:55. I'm gonna say Obidobi is probably gonna get there. I'm gonna say at 17:03. We'll see. Let's see how well my sense of timing is. In the meantime, Ikod going for search skip, nailing that, just saved himself about a minute and a half, depending on the runner. And he is moving and zooming. Speaking of which, Obidobi running through, actually, he's going to come in at 17:10. So again, that race is very close, you guys. Oh my gosh. Anything can happen. If I will say, unless Lucinda has been practicing, when we raced together, I actually was able to get the lead going into, or during, I think it was during a reflection, during the battle and fight. So, if Obidobi has been polishing up his practice. We could see a lead change. I've been saying that the whole time. Lead change can't happen anywhere. It's 10 seconds, y'all. Like, yo, let's get hype on this real quick. But vorpalll starting his move into... Oh my gosh, wow. That Seeker on Ikod's screen was just all up in his personal space. Talking about, like, would you like to take a survey? I'm like, no, I'm trying to get out of here. But listen, I need you to take this survey. Wouldn't let up, unfortunately. Losing time and taking a death there. Oh no, throwing Theo off to the side. Oh no, the Seeker's gonna come back talking about, I have free samples. To me, this section reminds me of you just trying to get out of the mall on Black Friday and you're getting rushed down. The Seekers are just random customers, and there's like customers or workers like, oh, you want to take a survey? Oh, do you need help with gift wrapping? Oh, do you need a free sample of the Sarku teriyaki food? Like, no, I want to get out of here. Leave me alone. I'm sorry, guys. I had my coffee's kicking in, so I'm getting a little goofy here. All right. Oh no, listen, it's running out of stamina, but he makes it. And Obidobi hitting his last switch, getting ready to get on his research rescue. Ikod moving through one more screen before he's out of this mini mall. This is probably like the parking garage, and then you just have like security running you down. Oh, get off me, security. I don't have anything wrong. I'm out of here. I'm trying to go home and relax. Actually, that's a good analogy. I just want to go sit down in front of my fireplace and chill. And that is exactly what Ikod is going to do as he clears out Mirror Temple, aka the mini mall of death. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let's get back into let's reel it in and get the focus down. vorpalll heading his way through his secret portion. Obidobi just starting up on his Theo section as Lucindis is about halfway. Let's see if he gets this nice boost here. Oh no, wow. Falling off of the dash block there. Hello, Madeline, please. But nice recovery, making his way through. Let's see, Obidobi zooming through, making nice work here. As Ikod starts his lake portion, opting to not go for lake skip. Oh no! Smooches the Seeker there, Obidobi. Oh my gosh. He wanted that free gift wrap for his presence, and it paid for him costly because he was there longer than anticipated. Oh, using Theo to get them. Nice. The double bonk. Let's go. Using the boost too. Hey! That's utilizing resources there. I like it. Alright, Lucindis is now moving on through the final parking lot here. And he is out. Oh no! I think Obidobi didn't mean to grab Theo there, but that's okay. So Lucindis coming in at 2049. Let's see how Obidobi does as he's a few screens out here. Ikod getting ready to zoom through Reflection, so I'll give a rundown on this. So Reflection, you got these cool blocks, these crush blocks. And they give momentum. Unfortunately, Ikod not getting the jump there. But we have these feathers too, both on Lucindis and Ikod's screen. Those are omnidirectional, so you're allowed to move freely. Runners opt to use the analog sticks on their controllers. However, if you are on keyboard, you're forced to just use the keys, and it's definitely a lot more challenging. Alright, so we've got Obidobi getting out of Temple. I did not catch his time, unfortunately. But still, this is anybody's race to move into Reflection. vorpalll getting ready to grab Theo and get the heck on out of this mall on Black Friday. Just one more lock switch. Bingo bango. Let's get out of there. Theo would be caught in the food court on Black Friday too. Just like trying to people watch. I can see it. Can you imagine if they made that a thing? Madeline and Theo go shopping on Black Friday. Alright, so Ikod moving through on this portion here is pretty much, you have the chance of going up or down, whatever you prefer. Most runners prefer to take the top route, exception of this screen here where they take the bottom route. And we got these bumpers here, and they do exactly as the name implies. They bump you off. Now, if you run into one and hold the opposite direction, you get a nice little boost. And it's usually applicable only in that screen. Also, the feathers with bubbles in them, you actually have to perform a dash and break that bubble, so you can get access to that feather. But Ikod handling that very nicely. That screen is very stressful because those bumpers like to try to impede your progress. Alright, so Lucinda is now moving through as Obidobi is getting ready as well. Lucinda's taking a death there on O. Alright, and Ikod now in the intended developer skip, opting to grab that checkpoint, and it paid off. So in this section, there's 3 shortcuts that you can take. And they're, you know, small gaps in between the spikes. The first 2 are easy to line up because you have a wall to set yourself up. The third one, unfortunately, you have to actually move a little bit to the right. The risk reward behind that is if you die, you get put all the way back into the beginning. But there are checkpoints so that you can do a safety strat, so to speak. And I mean, it costs us maybe 1 or 2 seconds, but versus losing up to 15-ish, depending. It's a low risk, high reward, in my opinion. Now, Lucinda's getting ready to meet up with the old woman and start his search for battle line, and Ikod actually getting into the battle line fight. I'm going to switch audio here. I should have done this, I'm sorry. But let me get some heyas in the chat for this battle here. Oh, he caught me. He caught me real good. He doesn't even have the music on. Whoops. All right. Well, we're gonna go back to listen to this. I was not prepared for Celeste Acapella Edition. That's okay. It's fine. All right. So what can we say about Miss Madeline? She's got lasers. And she's got these orbs that will seek out Madeline. Basically, she's just like, look, I don't know why you're here. Let's go home and just, you know, eat ice cream out of the box and watch some cool shows. But Madeline is like, no, I got things to do. We got things to do. So we're not doing that. And that's basically what the conflict is. Madeline wants to go home and eat ice cream. Madeline is like, I'm trying to climb this mountain. And they're coming to a head. Literally. So you have, the objective is to keep running into Madeline over and over again until you get to the end of the screen. Once you get to the end of the screen, that means Madeline will run away and open up a new room. Of course, the death results in having to start over for each section. So each time you tag Madeline is not a checkpoint. And we have spikes and a whole bunch of other nasty things that are trying to come in and impede our progress here. But Lucinda's making nice work here as Obidobi also starts his. Ikod moving through, getting ready for the second portion of the fight. And that's when things get real nasty. Basically, at this point, to put it in fighting game terms, they're gonna pop their X Factor for all you Marvel vs. Capcom fans. And things get really heated up. Now these blocks, instead of just kind of like coming down, they're actually going to be platforms for Madeline. And they do have the momentum like all our other things here. Hopefully we'll see it in one of these spots. But more spikes, more lasers, more narrow paths, the whole 9 yards. She's trying to throw everything in the kitchen sink at Madeline. She really is not trying to get to the top of this mountain. But Ikod doing very well as Lucinda and Obidobi are also doing pretty good here. vorpalll making his way through, flying headfirst into that row of spikes off that cabin block. He is making his way to run into Madeline as well. Oh, Ikod doing a quick adjustment there. Nice save. He's in the final screen. Oh no, missing the feather. Oh, whoa, yo, are you gonna? Oh my god. Sorry for the volume. I thought he was gonna make that. That was nuts. Alright, so he's got a few more dashes and he's out. and he makes it nice. He's going to prepare for his ascent up the summit. As Lucinda's is hitting into part 2, Obidobi not too far behind. Actually, I think he's one screen behind, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look. I'll do another time check here. Lucinda's entering that screen at 27:29. Obidobi Obidobi is not too far behind, folks. Like, really not far behind. I think it's a 5-second difference now. I'll have to do another check at some point. But let's get back on the vorpalll screen. Let's make it his way through the alternate route section here. Choosing that bottom route, handling these bumpers very nicely. As Ikod begins his summit ascent. So I'll briefly talk about this. Oh no, taking a death there. See you later, bye. I'm out of dashes. So summit. It's basically this is where the game begins, as cliche as that sounds. With reflection, you get knocked all the way back to the bottom. And you know, after bonking heads with Battlein, you two are like, alright, we're about to do this. And you basically start out near the end of reflection because the area looks the same, all this other great stuff. And what you end up doing is making your way back up, which means recaps of all of the previous levels that we've seen. But we have another dash, and the levels are designed to complement our newfound ability. Alrighty, so we're gonna see that Lucinda is clocking in at a 28:55 as Obidobi running into the final screen here. Let's go. One more jump, and he is out. Ready to make that ascent here. Folks, it's not that far behind. I'm telling y'all. It's like maybe a 20, yeah. 20 seconds on summit isn't much. Especially with like 1500 and 2000. I guess even 500 too. I mean, some of them are more difficult than others, obviously, but speaking of which, Ikod making his way through the final portion of 500. Shredberg, Ikod's PB is 30. Oh no, I'm sorry. 38:34. I was looking at the wrong name there. All right, so I'm not sure what's happening with Lucinda's stream. Looks like we got a little bit of a hang up here. I'm going to switch over to let's see. I'll switch to Obidobi. It's hopefully everything is nice and. Alright, we're going to switch over to Lucinda's. He's making his way into the 1500 room. where runs make it or break it. I'm trying to see a clean fight. Let's go. So it's our Dust Bunny friends again. Rooms are a lot tighter. There's actually 2 notoriously long rooms where a death can be very detrimental because it's very tricky. We'll see how it handles, and that's an opportunity for, you know, a lead change to happen. But I don't know. Obidobi's gonna have to be very clean and tight through the rest of this run here. But we'll see. We can just have a mishap happen at any point. But in the meantime, Ikod going for the auto scroller skip, maybe? Let's see. Looks like he's gonna go for it. 1, 2, and he gets it. One more though. Let's see. Oh, using the wall to set himself up. I like that move. I might have to take that. vorpalll getting into the second portion of the battle and fight. A few screens away before they are heading into Summit. And it looks like Lucinda's is now getting out of 1500 as Obidobi begins his... Alright, let's go. This is like my favorite section in the game. Ooh, woo! Obidobi taking his time to set himself up. But he gets out cleanly, nicely done. Let's see this long room. This is the final one. Oh, he's get... Okay, I love this strat. Look at that. That's what I love about this game. Everybody can have a different approach coming into those rooms. Dude, I know he's hyped about that. Alright, so Lucinda's now in 2000. Ikod moving into 2500 here, the Mirror Temple. We're going to see if we're going to get a door skip or not. He's making his way through. Ooh, gutsy move with the dash down. Okay, I see you. Lucinda's getting that auto scroller skip. Obidobi on the final room of 1500. Oh no, hesitating on his dash. Having to take a death there. Ikod blasting into those spikes, unfortunately. Doing it again. Trying to get this double spike jump here so he can grab this key. That's 3. Wow. Running into a little bit of trouble here. But he gets it after a few attempts, and he is out. Lucinda's getting ready to hit his 2500. As Obidobi now on 2000. Alright. And vorpalll getting his hiking boots on and ready to take on this Summit. Let's go. Everybody in Summit. Let's get some hype in the chat here. Alright, let's see. Ikod, door skip. Are you going to go for it? Looks like he is. You got a 1. Over the second one, and he nails it. Nicely done, folks. Call the press. We have a door skip. And now Lucinda's going in there too. Moving his way through these screens. Let's see how he handles his key portion of it. Obidobi getting set up here. Looks like he is opting to not go for the skip, which is respectable. Especially for someone that, like, I don't know how to do it. I don't ever go for it. So, I mean, a time save is a time save, but at the same time, if you are getting bodied in the rest of the chapter, it really doesn't mean anything. Alright, but Lucinda is moving his way through. Got Obidobi dealing with these high winds here, and vorpalll getting ready for the battle line boost of the first section of Summit. And also Ikod in 3000. Folks, let's see those flag numbers fly up if you can see him as he starts on flag 28 here on the downdraft portion. Lucinda's going for door skip. We got 1 and a 2. 2 for 2, folks. Let's go. Right. And Obidobi coming out on his battle and alley-oop section here. Woo! Okay, hold on, Ikod, slow down. I see you zooming through this section. This is why one of my favorite sections to watch people race is 3000, and for that being is everybody has essentially a different approach. Most notably during the downdraft portion. The updraft and the neutral portion, not so much, but the downdraft, everybody has like a different approach on how they tackle it. And it's really fun to watch. Alright, so Lucinda's now making his way into 3000 as well as Obidobi in 2500. Just a few screens behind him. And then vorpalll coming in, closing out 500 here. Alright, Ikod zooming through in the updraft section as Lucinda's is getting into his downdraft portion. So the updraft, Madeline is extra floated because of all of this wind, and because of that, the game, or the mountain in that case, decides to throw nothing but, oh my god. My heart. Moment of silence, please, as we get a death on flag 14. Or 13. My bad. Is it 13? I can't see it. Yeah, 13. Oh, man. But he makes through. It's fine. And to keep going. It's one of the nice things about Celeste. The deaths are quick and the respawns are also quick. So you can get right back into that action. Lucinda's, though, zooming through on the downdraft section as Obidobi is making through his final screen here. Just one dash block away and he'll begin his descent. I'll try to get a time check on these two real quick. There is a noticeable difference, but a few deaths in updraft from Lucinda's and Obidobi can get right back into this. Alright. So Ikod moving into the final section here. There is no win. It's just Madeline in the mountain. It's a very intense, but also kind of a short section. Oh no, missing his dash there. Gonna have to take a death on flag 4. Alright. Obidobi moving through very nicely here on his downdraft section. And vorpalll on 1500. But Ikod is getting close to the end. 2 flags to go. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away, folks. As Lucinda's handles 13, he's going to make the clearance. He does. So he moves through. Obidobi doing well, nicely as well. Now, again, Obidobi is on a 42-13 PB. He has a shot as he moves into the updraft section here. We'll see. Lucinda's with a 39 flat. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen. And actually, vorpalll finishing out GG's. Let me see if I can get a timer on this guy. It might be a PB. His PB on speedrun.com is 38:34. I did not catch the timer, unfortunately. Oh, confirmation in the chat. Congrats with a 38:25. We have a winner on the bottom race. Ikod taking it with a PB. Great way to finish off. One way to finish off the group play here. All right. Look how close this was. Oh my gosh. Eye of the Storm, notorious for close races, y'all. I'm telling you right now. That's like the 4th or 5th one that I've seen from our group. But Obidobi coming through. Again, his PB was 42. He's definitely on pace. It's going to have to take like a catastrophe. Like, I'm talking about like his power going out and losing all his save data. Look at this. Look at this here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. PB City. Let's go. Oh, look at those wall bounces too. Okay, I see you. Let's go. Let's go. PB City. PB City, y'all. Look at that. Obidobi finishing strong with a 41 and some change. The beautiful arpeggio. 41-11. That is a PB, folks. That is a PB by 1 minute. So, congratulations to him. We're going to switch over to vorpalll. All right, so we got vorpalll here. Again, his PB is 5804, and he is going through 2543. There's a huge chance that he can PB here. So hopefully we'll get to see that. Also, to the runners, if you guys want to hop in for an interview, you are more than welcome to. It looks like I have Ikod being set up first. Yes, Lucinda's, your stream did crash from the looks of things. But I'll wait for the runners to get set up here. And then we'll continue to monitor on vorpall's fantastic run here. We're going to see if he's going to go for door skip. I did not see if Obidobi went for door skip or not. So as it stands, we're going to go with 2 out of 3. Okay, so it looks like the vorpall's PB is actually a 47, so that changes things. That's okay. He's gonna work his way through. Still on pace. Actually, yeah, definitely on pace. As he makes his ascent here. Right. In the chat, you know what I'm gonna ask as we jump into 3,000 here. Let's see those numbers. Count those flags down for vorpalll as he makes his ascent to the summit. Starting off at 30. Let's go. I see that clip. You see in the beginning, I apologize. I'm really sorry. Alright, so vorpalll making his way through. Oh, running into those spikes there. That part's really tricky, especially when you do the wall bounce. It's very easy to slam into those spikes. One thing that I do is I definitely delay my dash. He's zooming and grooming. He gets his way through again with the down draft portion. Everybody has like an alt route, or I shouldn't say alt route. They have their personal preference. There we go, on how to handle each section here. Some like to be extremely aggressive. Others try to like just play it safe, make sure they get where they need to go. Oh wait, hold on. Watch your back. Did you just troll me? Is it actually not an L? Is it an I? I'm gonna feel extremely dumb if that's the case. Now you got me wondering. Oh my god. Oh my. Well played, sir. Super baited. That just shows how gullible I am. I'm sorry, man. I originally went with that, and then someone corrected me, and you know, my humble, naive self was like, the chat would never do me wrong. Chat would never do me wrong, so I just ran with it. I apologize. I should just keep it going. If we do the interview, I should just call you Ikod, but I feel that would be kind of a jerk move on my end. Alright, so vorpalll getting through flag 14 here. Nice and clean. He's getting ready here for the last time that we'll see lock switches. Alright, so he's going to go getting to this home stretch. I don't know who to believe anymore, chat. You guys are messing with my brain. Oh, thanks, Kichiro22. Alright, unfortunately, I have received word that we are unable to do interviews for this race. I believe that the whole schedule is packed. We have the last day of group play for Celeste, along with a bunch of other races that are going on. So be sure to check out all the channels. So we're gonna have to like skedaddle as soon as vorpalll gets done. He's very close here. Just a few more flags. Oh, missing his dash there. Excellent. Also, I will take this moment. So, for everyone, be sure to follow the runners, and also if you enjoy my commentary, be sure to follow me. I mean, I'll post that up here real quick. And again, we have a bunch of matches going on through the rest of the day. I will be returning for another match later on this evening as we get to the final section here. All right, going into flag 1, everybody. Let's in. All right, he's making his way through. Just a few more dashes, and he's going to be out. Hitting that sub 50. All right, vorpalll wrapping up with a 49.51 or 42, excuse me. All right, folks. GG's to all of our racers. Again, congrats to Lucindas and Ikod for getting their victories today. We got more matches coming up. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cut out here. So I want to thank all of you guys for watching, and until next time, you guys take care.